What is going on, y'all? Tech Me out here, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about my top apps for Android featuring the Motorola Edge, because that is the phone that I'm currently using. All thanks to Qualcomm for sponsoring this video, as their chipset, the Snapdragon 778, is found inside, and it's fairly powerful, which we'll dive deeper into. But today, what I want to talk to you about are a few of my favorite apps up here that I've been using, as well as my home screen setup, my wallpaper, and a few little tidbits about the phone. All right, so let's roll that intro and jump right on into it. All right, first, let's talk a little bit about my wallpaper, because I don't know, that's the first thing that typically grabs me when I look at someone's phone, is their wallpaper. Now, the one that I'm using is a semi-live wallpaper, and it comes from an app known as Material Islands. And I really like it because it gives you a few high quality wallpapers. I also like the fact that it doesn't drain my battery or take up a lot of RAM, so it's not gonna boggle down my device or slow it down or anything like that. Each wallpaper is super colorful and minimal, and they just look good. Another thing I find pretty cool about it is that the island changes throughout the day, so it basically syncs up in real time with the time of day. Now, I do have the free version, but the paid version is gonna let you add a live weather animation to your island or your wallpaper here. Now, the launcher that I'm running primarily up here is the stock launcher. I do have another one that I dip in and out of, which I'll talk about. But if we take a look at the top of my screen, I have a KWGT widget up there. So that's the app that I like to use for all of my widgets. But I really like KWGT. I actually have the pro version because I like being able to not only have access to a ton of nice widgets, but also customize them to the fullest. And I absolutely love looking at my home screen setup, especially on a beautiful display like this one, because it's 6.8 inches, but it doesn't feel too bad in my hand. I don't find myself fumbling with the phone, but it has this 6.8 inch 144 hertz display. That way, when it comes to scrolling and things like that, everything is just super responsive. An interesting fact, this is the highest refresh rate available on mainstream smartphones. So Motorola's doing some things there. And I gotta say Qualcomm is too, because their Snapdragon 778 is the brains behind all of this, giving us that 5G connectivity so we can keep things moving fast on the go. And it also boosts performance, making every activity from gaming to photography that much faster and more seamless. Plus, it's able to do those things without draining the battery excessively. That's a plus. Now, when it comes to weather, the app that I've been currently using is known as Overdrop. I really enjoy the fact that it's just a simple weather forecast app. It's not cluttered with a bunch of excessive stuff and information that I don't need or care about. Everything is super nice and clean and just easy to read, giving me all the information in which I need at a glance. There's also a ton of widgets that you can choose from. They actually have over 50, but you access all of them with the pro version, but you get some nice ones with the free one as well. That's actually the widget that I have on my second page here. And something else that I really like about this app is that you can customize the weather notifications in which you get. So when you hop in the app, you get, a quick breakdown of things, but you can tap this down arrow to expand it. You also get your hourly forecast, and if you scroll down, you have your weather radar, your week view, and you can also customize a few things within the application as well, such as the theme, your notifications, so you can further fine-tune how that goes for you. Now, a game that I've been playing lately on my phone is called, Beat Sword. If you've ever played Beat Saber for the Oculus VR headsets, then it's basically the mobile version of that. Now, the thing I liked here was the selection of songs. They were better to me. It's super simple to play and get going. All you have to do is select a song and then slide your character across the screen so that he or she hits the blocks with the lightsaber that they have in hand, while also avoiding any obstacles. Yeah, just a fun game to play though, especially to, help pass the time on occasion. And especially playing it up here on the Motorola Edge, because y'all, the screen is just, it's probably one of my favorite things I like about the phone. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the Motorola Edge, it's basically one of Motorola's latest phones. It's super fast and responsive. It has that Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G 5G mobile platform, which is going to give you up to 55% faster graphics and also better processing with 2 times faster AI performance compared to the first-gen Moto Edge. On top of that, it supports Wi-Fi 6E, which is specifically designed for 5G phones, and it basically further enhances just all the things in which you can do with the phone. And one thing I'm really thankful for with this phone is the storage options, because I love to download my apps, y'all. I like to customize my phone, so I'm good to go up here because it does come with 256 gigabytes of built-in storage, so I can load this thing down with a ton of media, which I should be fine with, because it does also offer up to 8 gigabytes of memory. That way apps can, better stay ready in the background and things can run nice and smooth. Now, when it comes to editing my pictures, one app that I absolutely love is Polar. And it's really because it makes the advanced side of editing easier. So for example, it can detect things in your photos so that you can specifically edit that portion of your picture, like the sky, or maybe my face, or objects. You can create filters from your edits, that way you can kind of have like a universal look for your pictures. Because I know I definitely have been enjoying the camera up here on the Motorola Edge. Now when it comes to navigation, the app that I've been using and checking out lately is Waze. And I gotta say I've been enjoying it because I love the fact that it has such a strong focus on giving you real-time alerts of traffic, police, and accidents. It's basically like it's built of a community of drivers that are working together to make traveling easier. There's also a built-in speedometer that's gonna help you regulate that speed limit, because I know I've definitely seen it light up red when I was driving. And you know, it brings your attention to the fact that you're going a little bit excessively on that gas pedal, you know, dial it back a little bit. I can also control my music from within the application, so I don't have to, you know, navigate anywhere else. One of the key features for me with Waze is that it lets you know the closest parking area to where you're going. Especially when you're in certain cities and things like that, or just going to a new location, period. It's good to kind of know not only the route to get there, but where are you going to put your car when you get there. Another thing I like about the app is that you can get an alert when it's time for you to leave to go to your destination. So you can set future trips so that you know well ahead of time when to leave, but also get an alert when it's actually time for you to leave. Now, if you've noticed this little line at the top of my screen, that's done with Energy Bar. It's basically my battery level. I like the fact that it's very minimal, but it still lets me get like a quick glance of my battery life, which also in turn lets me further customize my phone, because then I could remove the battery symbol or the battery percentage if I want it from my status bar. Like, I don't have to rely on putting it anywhere else in my phone, and I can see it at all times regardless of where I am on my phone. But if you want to customize like the color of it, you can do so, because you can create color ranges to indicate a specific battery level. So there are some app settings for it. You can adjust the thickness. You can even change the location of it so that instead of it being above the status bar, it's below it. And when I want something different, I can disable this. I don't have to uninstall the application, so that's nice. Now, when it comes time to focus, there's a launcher that I like and I recommend, and it's called Indistractable Launcher. And basically what it does is eliminate distractions. And it's helped me personally focus by removing things that would distract me. And not just applications, but also moving distracting views. So this dark view of just words on a background simplifies not only my options of apps, but my view of them as well. So apps with icons and colors can pose as distractions because they more readily entice you to interact with them, not just because of what the app is, but also because the look of it as well. So this launcher focuses on removing both distracting elements. It's gonna put the attention on only the core apps that I really need, while still having a glance at a weather widget. I can even switch between a light and dark theme. I can also hide applications and get a glance at my screen time to see how well or not so well that I'm doing. And there's this stagnant task option here at the bottom, so you can quickly add things to your to-do list. And if I swipe to the right, that's gonna give me access to all of my applications, or I can search for the specific one that I'm looking for. Another app that I've been enjoying is 3 Things to Do. Now this app is about expressing gratitude. It's a great way to bring some positivity to your day, and it's a really effective way to like raise your vibrations, to help just overall improve your mood and your mindset. And it does this by reducing or relieving stress by changing the way that you look at things. It changes your perspective. So they do have some suggestions when it comes to how you're gonna list the things that you're grateful for. You wanna make sure that you note the role that they are, instead of just saying that there's a pretty sunset, say I noticed a pretty sunset, and express the emotion that you felt. It is recommended to do this before bed to help improve your sleep quality, but I also like to do this, you know, when I wake up, to just start my day off on the right foot. And there's even a share with a friend option at the end of each journal entry, which will basically give me a screenshot of everything that I wrote and place it into one image. Another app that I've been enjoying for mental well-being is Insight Timer. This is basically guided meditation. It's something that I've been personally trying to get more into, and this has been helpful. So it gives you over 1,000 guided meditations. You can select them by time for short meditations, for like moments when you're on the go, which in turn is gonna help you build the habit of meditation. So that's something that I'm trying to take more of an active approach with. And there's thousands of music tracks and ambient sounds to help calm your mind, focus, sleep better, and relax. Something that I really liked with this app in comparison to others is that you can follow your favorite teachers with thousands of discussion groups that you can join in on for a further sense of community. Plus, you can also keep track of your stats and milestones to help you track your progress. But like I said, it has a number of different sounds. It has sleep music, soundscapes, bedtime tales, sleep meditations, and sleep mode for all music. But these are just like a few apps that I've been using and enjoying up here. But let me know down below an application that you recommend I check out, because I'm always on the scout for some new ones. But until the next one, y'all, as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.